Welcome back, Captain Stancom here, and this is the latest installment of the definitive guide to every clone trooper LEGO has ever made. And this is a subset of my Know Your LEGO Clones series here on YouTube, and if you want to see the rest of the series, I'll provide a link in the description below. And before we get started, as always, I'm going to ask that you please subscribe to this channel. I've already uploaded a bunch of the definitive guides to different clone troopers, and I have a lot more in the works. And don't just subscribe, but also turn on notifications so that way you know as soon as the latest video drops. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. And the LEGO clone trooper we'll be looking at today is the Phase 1 Captain Rex. Certainly one of the most beloved characters in Star Wars, and one of the most coveted minifigures in LEGO Star Wars. And this version of Captain Rex was available from 2008 through 2011, and he was featured in 3 sets, first appearing in the 7675 ATTE Walker in 2008, as well as in the Comic-Con 001 Clone Wars pack in 2008. And then, after a hiatus of 2009 and 2010, he appeared in one more set, the 7869 Battle for Geonosis in 2011. And this minifigure represents the clone captain that first appeared in the 2008 Clone Wars film and then throughout the entire Clone Wars television series. And Captain Rex is, as I said before, one of the most beloved characters in Star Wars, first appearing, fighting alongside Anakin Skywalker at the Battle of Christophsis, and fighting alongside Anakin Skywalker throughout the Clone Wars. And just as Anakin is more impulsive than Obi-Wan, Rex is more impulsive and daring than Commander Cody. And through the series, Rex quickly rose to prominence, leading the recapturing of the Rishi Post in the Rookies episode, as well as participating in many other battles throughout the Clone Wars. And beyond this film and television series, Rex has appeared in Rebels, as well as quite possibly retconned into Return of the Jedi, and of course has appeared in comics as well as in many video games. And this minifigure is the first time that a named clone trooper appears in minifigure form. So taking a closer look at Captain Rex, we'll first take a look at his helmet. And this helmet is a unique print, only appearing on this clone trooper in those 3 sets. However, the mold is not unique, appearing on 24 clones, nearly 1/4 of all the clone troopers that LEGO has made. And this helmet was first used in 2008 and has continued to be used all the way up until 2022. Most recently appearing in the 40558 Clone Trooper Command Station. Next, removing the helmet, we see that he has a unique face print, having first the animated clone trooper face, as well as a 5 o'clock shadow that is along the lower part of his face. However, this is not accurate according to either the film or the TV series, for Rex in fact has no facial hair and instead has short grayish blonde hair instead. And as a subtle difference, the Captain Rex that is in Phase 2 armor has a hollow stud on the top of his head, while this Phase 1 Rex has a blocked open stud. However, these 2 heads still are fundamentally the same, and this is the only head that is used for either of the Clone Wars versions of Captain Rex. Moving on to his torso, we see that this is the same torso that appears in the standard white Phase 1 clone troopers in their animated form that appear in 9 sets, as well as in a bunch of other specialty sets. And if you want to see the complete list of those sets, I have those in my animated P1 White Clone installment of the Know Your Clone series. And besides that clone trooper, this torso also appears on the ARC Trooper in the 7913 Clone Trooper Battle Pack from 2011, the Clone Jet Trooper that appears in the 7748 Corporate Alliance Tank Droid that appears in 2009, and in the Rancor Battalion ARC Trooper in the 9488 Elite Clone Trooper and Commando Droid Battle Pack from 2012. And attached to his torso, his arms are blue, and this is one of 6 times that clone troopers have this color of blue arms. And just like every other clone trooper LEGO has ever made, his arms are unprinted. And then his hands are black, which is true for all but 10 of all the clone troopers LEGO has made. And then finally his legs, with the black waistband and unprinted white legs, appear in 27 different clones, approximately 1/3 of all the clones that LEGO has made. Now as for accessories, all 3 of the Captain Rex minifigures came with a camera, a visor, a rangefinder, a pauldron, and a headlight. all three of which appeared in the gray version of these accessories. And this can cause some confusion on Bricklink. There's two different versions of this clone trooper, one that has the visor on and then one that has the rangefinder on his head, similar to what appears in the actual series. But these clone troopers are fundamentally the same clone trooper, and I'm going to make a video in the near future discussing how these customizations are not actual variants of this clone trooper. And then as for weapons, all three of the Captain Rex minifigures came with DC-17 hand blasters, and these blasters were in the gray variant. And then as for pricing, this is a little bit odd because there are two variants of this clone trooper on Bricklink. So as of summer 2022, the Captain Rex with the visor on his head costs between $63 and $73 depending on whether you buy him new or used, and the Captain Rex with the antenna on his head costs between $65 and $100 depending on whether you purchase him new or used. And I would certainly recommend purchasing the cheaper one because those accessories are very easy to come by and you do not need to spend a large amount of extra money in order just to get that version of the Captain Rex. Both of these Captain Rex are fundamentally the same. And there you have it, the Phase 1 Captain Rex, again, one of the most beloved characters in both Star Wars and LEGO Star Wars. And that is where we're going to leave it until the next installment. And that next installment will feature the Phase 1 Commander Cody. And if you want to see that video, be sure to not only subscribe, but also turn on notifications so that way you know as soon as that video drops. As always, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, a like is really appreciated. And until next time, this is Captain Stancom, signing out.